Hello, welcome to Cafdil lessons.
Hello, lovely learners. It is time for our English language lesson for Primary 3. I am your facilitator, Mrs. Ampaminsa. In this lesson, we are going to look at the present tense. Before we continue, we must know what you are expected to achieve at the end of this lesson. You need to pay attention because at the end of this lesson, you are expected to use the present tense of verbs to describe what someone or something does. When this lesson is over, each and every one of you is expected to use the present tense of verbs to describe what someone or something does. For that reason, you are supposed to be very attentive so that you will achieve this objective. So let's quickly look at the homework before we have today's lesson. So the question is, they throw the rubbish away after sweeping, and you are supposed to underline the verbs in the sentences. So 1, they throw the rubbish away after sweeping. So you are expected to underline throw. And what again? Exactly, sweeping. Because that's what you do. 2, we sweep the classroom with brooms. We sweep the classroom with brooms. Can you identify the verbs in there? How many do we have? 1, 2, or 3? Oh yes, we have only 1, and that is sweep. 3, I write in my exercise book pencil. I write in my exercise book with a pencil. Which of these words are we going to underline as our verb? I write in my exercise book with pencil. So the correct word is write. That is our verb. We put our books in the cupboard before our classroom. Here, how many verbs do we have to underline? 2. Put and leave. Put and leave. Did you get that one correct? Good job. They do their homework every evening. They do their homework every evening. Did you underline do? If you did, clap for yourself. You open the windows for fresh air. You open the windows for. I'm sure you all underlined open because that is the verb in the sentence. You sit on chairs in your schools. You sit on chairs in your schools. Sit. They sell fruit in the market. They sell fruit in the market. Which one are we going to underline as our verb? Sell. So market if you underline that. I teach English language in primary 3. I teach English language in primary 3. Which of these words are we going to underline as our verb? Teach. Good. And finally, we enjoy Cafdil lessons. We enjoy Cafdil lessons. Which one are we going to underline as our verb? Enjoy. Good. I'm sure you all had 10 over 10. If you did not get 10 over 10, don't worry. You need to work harder. And please do your corrections so that next time you find them anywhere, you will be able to identify them. Good. So today, we are going to continue with our lesson. And we are going to look at the present tense. We are going to look at the present tense. So, we have our picture. And we are going to write tenses to describe our picture. The last time we used I, we, you, and they. This time around, we are going to use names. We are going to use names to describe the picture. Using names. This time we are not going to use I, we, you, or they. We want to use names. So this lady that we see here, giving her the name Amma to describe what she is doing or what she does. So our sentence reads, Amma wakes up at 5 o'clock every morning. Amma wakes up at 5 o'clock every morning. So as you can see in the picture, Amma is wide awake and she is stretching to show that she is up. What do we see in the picture? We see another lady, and we are going to give her a name to describe what she is doing. So we are giving her the name Mary. We are giving her the name Mary. What is Mary doing in the picture? What do you think? Can you guess? What do you think Mary is doing? Yes. Mary seems to be talking to the school children. Mary seems to be talking to the school children. What do you think Mary is saying to the school children? So we're going to form a sentence using Mary to describe what we see in the picture. Mary advises them to Mary advises them to be good children. So we see Mary advising the children to be good. So Mary advises them to be good children. Okay, so we can see some children here, but we want to talk about what the boy is doing. The boy is called Kofi. Where do you see them? They are on a compound. So we want to form a sentence using Kofi to talk about what is in the picture. Kofi sweeps the compound with his friends. So this is Kofi sweeping the compound with his friends. John is the one in the picture. What is John doing? Good. John is washing his hands. So in our sentence, we are going to talk about John. Therefore, we have John washes his hands under running water. John washes his hands under running water. So you can see John washing his hands under running water. When we talk of running water, it means it is flowing. You can see the water flowing from the tap. Can we look at the sentence again? John washes his hands under running water. John washes his hands under running water. The cat runs after the mouse. Can you see the mouse? And can you see the cat? The cat is running after the mouse. The cat is running after the mouse. So the cat runs after the mouse. The cat runs after the mouse. What do we see here? Yes, we see the flower. So we're going to form a sentence, this time using flower. We want to name the object. So we are using flower to talk about the picture. So we say, the flower grows well when we water it regularly. The flower grows well when we water it regularly. So you can see someone watering the flower, and this flower will grow very well when we water it regularly. Therefore, our sentence reads, the flower grows well when we water it regularly. In this picture, we see akosua. And what is this? Yes, a doll. A doll. What is akosua doing with the doll? What is akosua doing with the doll? Okay. What akosua is doing with the doll, we are going to form a sentence talking about it. So our sentence reads, akosua plays with her doll after school. Akosua plays with her doll after school. And you can all see that akosua is trying to feed the doll in a playful manner. Akosua is playing with her doll. And is akosua at home or in school? You can tell that akosua is at home. And we are sure that she has closed from school. Therefore, our sentence is, akosua plays with her doll after school. Who are these here? They are children. And who is this? This is Mame Abna. Mame Abna. What is Madam Abna? This is Madam Abna. What is Madam Abna doing in the picture? What is Madam Abna doing in the picture? Madam Abna advises the children to be good boys and girls. Madam Abna advises the children to be good boys and girls. What do we see? Watermelon. I love watermelon. Do you love watermelon too? Good. Beautiful watermelon. It looks very juicy. So we're going to mention the name of what we see to describe what is happening here. Watermelon grows well in June. Watermelon grows well in June. So just as we can see in the picture, this watermelon looks very healthy. It means it has grown well. So in our sentence, we are saying that watermelon grows well in June. Why do you think watermelon grows well in June? Because June is the rainy month. Therefore, the watermelon will get enough water. So our sentence reads, watermelon grows well in June. Good. So I have some homework for you to try your hands on. Here you are going to underline the verbs in the following sentences. It's just like what we did the last time, but this time we are using names for our sentences. We are not using I, we, you, and they. We are using names. And as you look at the sentences, you will notice that the verbs have something at the end. The verbs have something at the end. So we say, Susan enjoys fufu and palm nut soup. Susan enjoys fufu and palm nut soup. Sarah runs for her school during their school athletic games. Sarah runs for her school during their school athletic games. Fusina washes her dirty clothes on Saturdays. Fusina washes her dirty clothes on Saturdays. Albert learns very hard to pass his exams. Albert learns very hard to pass his exams. The dog eats raw meat. The dog eats raw meat. A plant grows well when we water it regularly. A plant grows well when we water it regularly. Mary collects the rubbish after sweeping. Mary collects the rubbish after sweeping. Mr. Ajay writes on the blackboard with chalk. Mr. Ajay writes on the blackboard with chalk. Jojo smiles beautifully. Jojo smiles beautifully. John teaches his friends how to play football. John teaches his friends how to play football. So these are the sentences I want you to try your hands on. You are supposed to underline the verbs in the sentences. So let's go over so that you make sure that you have written the correct things. I'll give you 2 minutes to do the writing. Okay, so I'm sure you have written them correctly. Okay, so let's continue with these ones quickly. Okay, so we'll go over for the last time to make sure that you have the correct thing. Homework. Underline the verbs in the following sentences. Susan enjoys fufu and palm nut soup. Sarah runs for her school during the school athletic games. Fusena washes her dirty clothes on Saturdays. Albert learns very hard to pass his exams. The dog eats raw meat. A plant grows well when we water it regularly. Mary collects the rubbish after sweeping. Mr. Adai writes on the blackboard with chalk. Jojo smiles beautifully. John teaches his friend how to play football. Lovely kids. Today we have looked at the present tense and we used names to describe what people and things do. So as you go, make sure that you use the present tense to describe things using names of people and names of objects. You notice that when you use the names, you are able to describe what people do, just as when you used I, we, you, and they. On that note, I will meet you next time as we continue with our lessons in grammar. Bye-bye.